Hello everyone and welcome to this video tutorial of PrestaShop Point of Sale System module. In this video, I'll explain you the process to configure the module and I'll also take you through the workflow of this module in detail. So in order to quicken the process, I have already installed this module in my PrestaShop. So let's just go to the PrestaShop back office first. As you can see that I have already installed this module. So let's just go to the configuration part. As you can see that the configuration of the module contains multiple sections. So we'll cover them one by one. So let's see what we have. In the first section, there is general configuration settings in which you can choose to customize the name of POS. This is the POS heading which will be shown to your employees while they try to access the POS terminal. This heading will be shown on that POS terminal. After that, you can choose to customize the name of the POS shop, whatever name you might like. Then there is third option, change product price in cart. This option is quite elaborative and I'll try to explain that in detail when we will come to the POS terminal part. For now, we just need to see what extra options we have in the configuration. While explaining you the process of ordering the product at POS or placing the order, I'll cover this section in detail. After that, if you want to enable the voucher field, then you can do that. Then if you want to show some message on the POS card, you can enable this option. Then there are some product related settings for POS too. The first one is product name length. What will be the name length of the products that are assigned to an POS outlet? Whatever name length you choose here, the name of the product under this particular setting will only be shown at the POS. Let's say if a product contains or the product name length has 28 characters, then only first 20 will be shown at the POS outlet. Then what will be the quantity for low stock warning for a product? You can configure that too. Then how would you like to let your employees search the product in a POS terminal? You can configure that part too. In order to give multiple options, we have given here particularly 6 options through which an employee of a POS can search the product at the POS terminal. Whatever options you might like to provide to your POS employee, you can select here, like product ID, product name, product tags, etc. Then what will be the barcode search type? Whatever you want to set, you can choose from here, whether it will be an EAN code or UPC code. Whichever code you will select here, that will only be scanned through the barcode scanner which you have configured to your POS. Then next option is remove product from cart if product not found or disabled. If you enable this option, then in case if a product is disabled or if the product was not found while adding or searching, then it will be automatically removed from the cart. If you don't enable this option, then that product will exist in the cart. However, at the later stage of checkout, it will be automatically removed. Then there is synchronize product quantity. In case if you enable this option, then the quantity of the POS for a product will be synchronized with your PrestaShop. Like if a product was sold from your POS terminal, like 5 quantity was sold, and the quantity for that product was 10, then the synchronization between this PrestaShop platform and that POS terminal will automatically happen based on the selling from whichever section the product is sold, either from your main PrestaShop website or from your POS terminal. Then next is default POS outlet. In case if you have multiple outlets, then you can choose to select one out of them to be default POS outlet for your shop. Then whether you want to display tag on the combination products or not, you can configure that. As you can see here, we have also displayed it through an image, that how it will be shown on a product image. Then next option is show outlet product active on assign. This option is particularly helpful when you assign multiple products to an outlet, and if you have not even enabled them, then also if this option is enabled, the product assigned to an POS outlet will be automatically enabled. You need not to enable each and every product assigned to a particular POS outlet one by one. Then next is a section is about customer settings. The first option is enable guest checkout. In case if you want to allow your POS customers to be able to check out without an account, then you can create that enable guest checkout. If you enable this, then the guest checkout option will also be available at the POS terminal. You also need to add a default email address for the guest account. You need to specify that particular email address here, in case if you wish to enable the guest checkout option. Then next is enable customer group selection. Customer group selection is similar as the PrestaShop, which is available at PrestaShop and 2. As you might know that when we create a customer at the PrestaShop end, we are supposed to select a group like customer, guest and other whatever groups are available there. Then if you want to enable this functionality at the POS, then you can enable this option. Then while creating a customer at the POS end, that customer group selection option will also be available there. Then what will be the search type for default search type for a customer? How you want to allow your POS employee to search a customer? You can configure that, whether the search will be based on an email, phone number or name. Whatever you configure on, in case if you configure by email, then POS employee can easily search customers based on the email address of a customer. In case if you set it through name, then the search query will be made on the name of the customer only. They need not to enter the email address. Then what payment method will you allow for your POS customers, like cash, card payment, check, whatever payment you want to provide to your POS customer, you can activate them. Then what will be the order return payment method? What will be the payment method you will provide to your POS employee so that he can manage returns? Then you can configure that payment method too. If you enable card payment, then your POS employee will need to process the payments of refunds with card only. In case if you enable cash, then cash payments can also be processed while accepting a refund. Then after that comes for the setting of order receipt. How you will need to print the receipts of your order, you can configure here. There are multiple options, like first one is select printing type is raw printing and HTML printing. I'll come back to this later in the video when I will be explaining you the various functionalities of the POS. I'll explain that in detail. For now, let's just say if we select draw printing, then you also need to add the printer, whichever printer you have configured with your POS. Whether you want to connect this printer automatically or not, you can enable or disable that. Open cash drawer. This option is, in case if you enable this option, then while the employee selects to or proceeds to check out with an order of a customer, then at the end a cash drawer will be automatically opened while the order is confirmed. In case if you disable, then he will need to manually open the cash drawer. Then next option is display product discount. Whether you want to show discounts available on the product on a POS terminal or not, you can configure that too. Then whether you want to send an email to your customers if they go via the PPOS or POS ordering process, you can configure that. Whether you want to display order discount or the barcode on the order details or the printing which we of the order receipt, you can configure that too. Then after that there is a last section which is enable shipping. If you are processing orders of your customer via POS or online orders of your customer via POS, then you can use this option too. If you enable this shipping method, then particular shipping method will also be available to choose while ordering a product via POS. Whatever shipping method you choose here, they will be available at the POS end to an employee while he tries or she tries to process the order of a customer. Let's just quickly save these details. So this was all about the configuration part of the POS. Then after that, next comes the dashboard. This is the dashboard of a POS outlet which is available at the admin's end. As you can see, still we have not placed any order yet, so no data is available here. But as soon as you start processing orders via POS, these details will be filled automatically based on the data coming through the POS. So this is the dashboard for the POS only. Then next comes the outlet. If you have multiple outlets for POS, then you can configure that too. As you can see, I have created an outlet here, but I'll just show you that how you can create an outlet. To create an outlet, you just need to click on the add outlet button. After that, you will be prompted to fill various details about the outlet here. Then you can select country, state and phone number. These all are the basic details only. After that, whether you want to keep this outlet active or not, you can configure that part too. What will be the allowed currency at the POS outlet? You can choose to allow multiple currency at the POS outlet, just for your information. And you also need to choose a default currency for your POS outlet. This default currency will be the currency which will be shown to an employee whenever he logs into the POS outlet or POS terminal. Then what will be the allowed languages on a POS outlet? You can choose to keep many languages similar as the currency, and you also need to select a default language so that default settings always presents there. However, if you choose multiple languages or multiple currency, then an employee has the option to choose the language and the currency at the POS outlet itself. After that, click on save and proceed to save the outlet. But just for the information purpose, I have already created an outlet, so I'll just show you that what informations are needed. As you can see, I have already filled these details. I have also assigned 3 currency for this outlet and around 4 languages for this particular outlet, and I have also selected the default currency and default language for this outlet. So this was all about the process to create an outlet for a POS. Now let's just go to the POS. To go to the POS shop, we have also provided a button here, clicking on which you will be redirected to this page. This is the POS terminal. This terminal can be accessed by any employee who has been allowed to access the POS terminal. But before I explain you anything more about the POS employee, let's just go to the PrestaShop backend so that we can see how you can create an employee for the POS and how you can provide access for your POS outlet. So in order to create a POS employee, you need to go to the advanced parameter section. Then after that, go to the team. As you can see that I have already created employees here, but to add a new employee, click on this button. Then after that, you will be needed to enter the basic details, that is first name, last name, email address, password. And these are only the basic settings that is already available for an employee while you try to create a new employee for your POS, for your PrestaShop. Whether you want to subscribe this employee to a PrestaShop newsletter or not, you can choose that. What will be the default page when he tries to log in into your PrestaShop backend? You can choose that from here, that is orders, dashboard, whatever page you want to be the default page for him or her. Then you can also choose the default language, whether this employee will be active or not, and you can choose to deactivate this employee in future too. It's upon you. Then you need to choose the permission profile, that what is this employee, whether it's a super admin, logistician, translator, salesman, POS, whatever. In this case, if you want to create an employee for POS, then you need to give the POS permission profile to the employee. Then you also need to choose the outlet for the employee. If you have multiple outlets, then you can choose to provide any single outlet access to an employee. In this case, I have already created an outlet and there is only single outlet here, so you can only select that. If you want to add an image for your employee, then you can also do that. So this was about the form, and after filling in all these details and selecting the relevant options, click on save to create a new employee. But let's just go to the one that I have already created. As you can see that here I have already created an employee. So in this case, as you can see that permission profile for this employee is POS, and default outlet or the selected outlet for this employee is my outlet. So this employee will be able to log in into your POS terminal easily using the credentials which you have provided to him after creating here. So now let's just go to the POS terminal section, and I will just fill out the details of that employee so that we can access the POS terminal. This is the POS terminal home page. As you can see, As I already mentioned earlier that you can choose multiple languages and multiple currencies for your shop. So here, as you can see, there are two options to choose a currency and a language for your shop. Any employee can choose whatever language or whatever suitable currency while processing the order of a customer. This is the home page of a shop. This is how it looks like. Then there is a customer section. All the customers of your shop will be available here. Then you can choose to add a address and add a customer too. Add a new customer too. In order to add a new customer, click on the add customer button. After that, fill in the relevant details of that customer, and after that you need to select a checkout. You need to select a default group for this customer. As I mentioned earlier that in the configuration settings this option was available, that whether you want to allow the employees of a POS to choose a group selection for the customer while creating a new customer or not. So the option was about this only. So in case here you can choose that what will be the default access for this customer, that is POS customer, and how this customer will be created and what access will be provided, that whether access for the visitor will be provided or guest or a customer or a POS customer. Okay, then click on the save to create this customer. But this was all about creating customers. You can also choose after selecting an employee, you can choose all the address of the customer which have been available for the selected customer. Like that, here we have chosen this John Doe. Two address for this customer is available. So an employee of a POS can choose to check out with the order with any of the options, or an employee can also choose to edit the already added address of the customer too. Then third section is of orders. As there have been no orders created on this POS yet, so no orders are available here. Then last section is about setting. This setting is about the POS employee. As you can see, we have accessed this POS terminal with the employee which have been created at the admin end. So an employee can also choose to update the password in case if he wish to. Then he can do so by going to the settings and filling out the current password. After that, new password and confirm password fields, and clicking on save. Then now let's just go to the home page of the POS and see how the ordering process of this POS works. As you can see that I have clicked on this product. As this product contains multiple combinations, so I can choose a suitable combination and try to proceed with the checkout process. As you can see here that the tax inclusive and tax exclusive price are all same. This means that no tax is collected over this product, so nothing extra tax is shown while ordering the product. In order to proceed with the checkout, click on the proceed to checkout, select a customer, select the suitable address through which the customer wants to proceed. After that, click on proceed to checkout. Here, as you can see that I have already mentioned that enable shipping option was also available in the configuration setting. Then in case if a customer or if an admin or POS employee is trying to process the order of a customer from a POS terminal and the order will be shipped, then he can choose a particular shipping method too. As you can see, only POS carrier was selected at the configuration setting, so that option is only available here. Again, click on the proceed to checkout. Then coupon settings. This was also available under the configuration page, that whether you want to provide this coupon field or not. In case if this was disabled from the configuration, then promo code application field will not be available at the POS end. After that, a POS employee needs to select a suitable option through which customer wants to proceed. Let's select cash. After that, click on the validate button. This might take some time. As you can see that the order is processed here and it has been successfully placed on the POS. This is the order shipped. In case if you wish to print the invoice, then you can do so, but as you can see that the printer here is not connected because we have selected for the raw printing option. In case if you want to go via HTML printing, then you can print this invoice easily. To do so, let's just enable that option from the configuration settings of the POS. As you can see, this was refreshed, so we have landed back on the home page section. But don't you worry, you can also print the invoice from the order details section. As you can see, the HTML printing works this way. You can choose to save the order receipt as PDF, or you can also connect printer to print via this HTML printing option. So this was all about the PrestaShop point of sale module. I hope this video helps you to configure and use the module in the best possible way. Thank you.